The state has sent over somebody to talk to you all about the dangers of drunk driving. Please welcome Stan's dad.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down instances where the Marsh family patriarch crossed a line, ultimately getting some form of comeuppance.
What are you doing, Shelly?
Nothing, Dad. Go back to killing the family.
Okay.
Number 10. Getting cancer on purpose. Some people go through life striving to make health-conscious choices. Others can't help but indulge in habits that they might regret down the line. Either way, nobody sets out to get a disease like cancer, unless you're Randy.
Well, so doctor, how do most people get cancer?
Well, there's a lot of ways you can get cancer.
Yeah, but what's the quickest way?
The what?
To partake in the joys of medicinal marijuana, Randy does the only rational thing: gives himself cancer. We wouldn't say anybody deserves to get cancer, but if you purposely go out of your way to achieve such a diagnosis, well, you brought this upon yourself.
Just gonna get a little bit of cancer, Stan. Tell Mom it's okay.
Randy inspires his friends to do the same, with the situation snowballing like a hippity-hop. South Park ultimately bans pot again, which is an appropriate outcome given Randy's irresponsible actions. At least Randy's cancer is among the easier ones to treat.
Well, I gotta admit, it's a lot easier to get inside doors with my little prosthetic balls.
Number 9. Inspiring a rival weed farm.
The bottom line is this: a completely white-owned weed business these days just isn't going to survive.
To bring more street cred to Tegrity Farms, Randy attempts to befriend Tolkien's family. Of course, Randy isn't interested in being friends with the blacks. He wants others to see him being friends with the blacks.
Oh, real quick.
And if he can get Tolkien's father to go into business with him, all the better. It doesn't take long for Steve to realize what Randy is doing. Not only does Steve walk away from the deal with Randy, he also starts a competing farm right across the street, Credigree Weed.
Credigree weed? How stupid is that? Credigree isn't even a word.
Randy is naturally enraged, but considering how he exploited the black skin color for personal gain, it's only fitting that Steve shows him that two can play this game. What happened to your integrity, Randy?
They stole it! They stole my idea!
Number 8. Being outcast for saying it on TV.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? I just need some aspirin. You aren't welcome in this store.
15 years before going to war with the black family, Randy outraged the entire black community.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, naggers, of course. Naggers.
To Randy's credit, we didn't think the word naggers either, but he should have known Wheel of Fortune wouldn't include that other word on the show.
I can't believe you said the N-word on national television.
What? Well, what was I supposed to do, Sharon? I thought I was gonna make $30,000.
Still, we'd give Randy the benefit of the doubt if he sincerely apologized to the black audiences that he offended. Instead, he just apologizes to Jesse Jackson. And as Tolkien tells Stan,
Jesse Jackson is not the emperor of black people.
Randy clearly cares more about how he's perceived rather than how the word made others feel. So there is a certain satisfaction in seeing the world ridicule him, even if it doesn't last. Randy goes to Washington, where a mostly white Senate sympathizes with his grievances, revealing a double standard. Number 7. Fired for punching his boss. People often have unrealistic expectations for elected officials. If your candidate loses, you blame them for all of your problems. If your candidate wins, you assume that everything is going to be perfect from now on.
This is the greatest day of our lives! Yes, we can!
A wasted Randy takes this to the extreme when Barack Obama is elected as the next president.
Celebrate good Obama, come on! It's Obama, Obama.
Now that change is coming, Randy figures that he doesn't need a job. Randy tells off his boss, who seems like a pleasant fellow, capping off his drunken tirade with a punch to the face.
Obama's not talking about you!
Can someone help us? My little brother fell out of the window!
As a new day begins, Randy finds himself without a job or pants. Randy gets what he had coming to him, but rather than take responsibility for his actions, he pins the blame on Obama.
God damn it! Obama said things would be different!
Number 6. Arrested for sparking Little League fights.
What, is this a communist country or something? I thought this is America!
Randy never misses Stan's Little League games, albeit not for the right reasons. Instead of cheering on his son, Randy would rather pick fights with other dads.
You want a piece of me? Cause I'm pretty sick of your goddamn mouth!
What do you want to do, huh?
As far as Randy is concerned, he always comes out on top. In reality, Randy continually hits rock bottom. Each match ends with a practically naked Randy arguing that he has rights as the cops escort him to jail.
Is it for what? Arresting me for what? I'm not allowed to stand up for myself? I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America? I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
Although Randy wants to believe that he's a champion, every brawl leaves him looking like a loser. All the while, his police record balloons and hundreds of dollars are squandered on bail money.
How much was bail this time?
$100, no big whoop.
Randy sees this as a small price to pay, but that's only because his priorities have been knocked out with his brain cells. Number 5. Getting a DUI. Driving under the influence is already bad enough. Getting behind the wheel with your young son and his friends in the car is another level of carelessness. Randy lives by the old saying, one for the road, or several for the road in his case. Picking up the boys, Randy learns the hard way that this phrase is beyond outdated.
Dad, aren't you supposed to, not drink and drive?
I'm not drinking and driving, I'm driving while I'm drinking, right boys?
Between urinating in a bottle and telling Stan to take the wheel, Randy soon finds a police officer knocking on his window.
License and registration, please.
What seems to be the officer problem?
It isn't long until Randy is in the back of a cop car on his way to the station. The humiliation doesn't end there. Randy is forced to speak at Stan's school. Honestly, we feel worse for Stan than we do for Randy.
Thank you, Mr. Marsh. I think you made your point.
Number 4. Every time Sharon leaves him. Randy and Sharon have divorced twice throughout the series. Given everything that Randy puts Sharon through, it's amazing that she doesn't dump him on a weekly basis.
Hey, Sharon. Sharon, you gotta come see this. Sharon?
Randy repeatedly humiliates and belittles his wife, ignoring her needs as well as the needs of his whole family. In Season 2, their non-stop bickering results in divorce numero uno.
Yeah, but I loved our time together. I hate to see it end. Go on, get out. You know that nothing is more important to me than you, right, Stan?
I guess, but
They reunite faster than they broke up, although the two separate again in Season 15 when a petty argument over music unearths their deep-seated unhappiness.
What does our son turning 10 have to do with you making the same mistakes again and again?
Because I'm unhappy, okay?
These instances may not find Randy at his worst, but looking over their entire relationship history, Sharon has every reason to leave him. Considering what Randy has done lately, we're surprised that divorce number 3 hasn't happened yet. Number 3. His blockbuster downfall. Unless you live in Bend, Oregon, buying a Blockbuster video store isn't the most lucrative business venture. Randy didn't get the memo that streaming is the future and present when he bought a Blockbuster for $10,000.
We are going into business for ourselves! You are all looking at the new owner of Blockbuster Video.
Blockbuster Video?
Of course, he didn't consult his family about this expenditure. Randy nonetheless makes them work at the store on Halloween. He won't even let poor Stan go trick-or-treating in person, despite having no customers in sight. The store only attracts ghosts as Randy's sanity goes the same way as Jack Torrance's.
Danny boy! I'm coming!
Oh, look, wedding crashers!
Like Jack in the Stanley Kubrick movie, Randy is left frozen outside, although he survives and is able to get a portion of his investment back. It's a good thing that there wasn't a boiler room in that Blockbuster.
You want to just sit here a little more and be frozen?
Yeah.
You want me to bring you some McDonald's?
Okay.
Number 2. Getting the Earth isolated. Randy's worst deeds are usually propelled by the most asinine motivations.
Stan is not gonna lose to the goddamn Hollises again!
He commits theft and fraud to ensure Stan's victory at a Pinewood Derby, driving a rival father to take his own life. The body count doesn't end there. Randy teaches Stan that cheating, lying, and bloodshed are all acceptable as long as it spares you from humiliation. He soon wraps the world up in his lies, bringing out the universal Achilles heel of greed. Finland is the only country willing to do the honest thing. Randy thus convinces other world leaders to execute a nuclear attack.
All right, you guys, we gotta get rid of Finland.
Yeah, we gotta take out a family and they're gonna squeal.
Yeah, I think we all agree, guys.
Yeah.
Turns out that the Federation of Planets has been observing all of this, culminating in Earth and the Moon being isolated. The blame is rooted in Randy.
Well, that sucks.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Arrested for blowing up rival farms.
Get him out of here.
I didn't do anything wrong! You people are just jealous! Jealous that I took over South Park and I'm successful!
Tegrity Farms brings out the absolute worst in Randy. Despite his family's protests, he moves them to a weed farm where his reckless behavior goes into overdrive. His family aren't the only ones who suffer. To prevent home growers from hurting his business, Randy resorts to domestic terrorism. Randy didn't count on the tweaks setting up a security camera, however. This is just one of the many crimes that Randy has committed while running Tegrity Farms, including endangering the public's health, needlessly slaughtering cows, and assassinating Winnie the Pooh. Randy is finally put behind bars, giving him time to reflect on his actions. Mexican Joker may score him a get-out-of-jail-free card, but at least Randy regains some of his integrity.
Now, everybody, if you don't mind, I've got a farm to tend to.
Do you think Randy got an appropriate dose of authority for his actions?
Hey, what the hell are you doing? You can't do that! Ow!
Let us know in the comments. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.